My dad said he wanted to reconnect after seeing my paycheck. He wasn't there when I graduated, when I was broke, or when Mom passed away. But suddenly, when I posted my first, finally debt-free paycheck on Facebook, he left a comment. "Proud of you, son." I stared at the screen, my stomach twisting. I hadn't heard from him in 12 years. The last thing he'd said to me was, "You're not my responsibility anymore." I was 16, standing in the driveway as he packed up his new girlfriend's car. Mom cried that night quietly, the way people do when they're too tired to be angry. After that, it was just us. Me working odd jobs, Mom juggling 2 shifts, scraping enough to keep the lights on. When she got sick, I promised her I'd make it. I did. Landed a software job. Started earning more in a month than we used to in half a year, but she didn't live to see it. The day I paid off her medical debt was the same day I got that "proud of you, son" comment. He messaged me the next day. "Hey, son, I'd love to reconnect. Maybe we can grab dinner?" I replied, "Sure, you pick the place." He chose a steakhouse, kind he couldn't afford back when he left us. When I arrived, he was already seated, smiling like we'd just had a small disagreement years ago. "You look good," he said. "Successful. Your mom would be proud." He paused. "I've been through some tough times, but I'm trying to rebuild. Maybe we could help each other out." I waited for the ask. It came fast. "I could really use a little help getting back on my feet. Just a loan till I'm stable again." My jaw clenched. He didn't even pretend it was about reconnection. Just money. I smiled politely. "Of course, Dad. Let's talk numbers, but first, how about dessert?" He relaxed, thinking he'd won. After dinner, I excused myself to go to the restroom and quietly paid my half of the bill. Then I texted the waiter to hand him the rest. My dad said he'll cover it. I left the restaurant before he noticed. 30 minutes later, my phone buzzed. "You stuck me with the check?" I replied. "You said you wanted to rebuild. That's a start." He didn't respond. I blocked him the next day. A week later, I got another message from his new Facebook account. "You've changed." Maybe I have. Or maybe I just learned what love doesn't look like. But the truth is, it still hurt. Part of me had hoped he meant it, that maybe he regretted leaving, that maybe time softened him. For a few minutes before dinner, I actually believed we could start over. I'd even rehearsed what to say if he apologized. I wanted closure. But all he saw when he looked at me was a walking ATM. A few months later, he tried again, through my cousin. "Your dad says he's proud of how far you've come. He's just embarrassed. He wants another chance." I told my cousin, "Tell him I forgive him, but I don't owe him access." Forgiveness isn't the same as reconciliation. Some doors stay closed because opening them only lets the pain back in. Every time I get my paycheck now, I think about Mom, how she used to say, "Make sure your success doesn't make you forget who stood by you when you had nothing." I haven't. I donate to the hospital that treated her. I help kids from single-parent homes get laptops for school. But my father, he stays blocked. He earned that silence. Funny thing is, I still keep that Facebook comment, "Proud of you, son," not because it means anything, but because it reminds me of the difference between being a father and just being related by blood. And sometimes when I see it pop up in my memories, I smile, not out of sadness, but peace. Because the boy who begged for his dad's love finally learned he didn't need it to become whole.